He's been haunting my dreams at night.
Greetings and welcome to Old Drunken Discography, where old friends and fans come together to BS, argue, occasionally agree, and discuss a musical artist. This week's musical artist is Modern Baseball. I'm Jason. With me is Tim.
I'm always here.
Joe.
I'm rarely here.
And the unstoppable Chihuahua, Bill.
Yo quiero Modern Baseball.
We're talking 2016's Holy Ghost. We've already talked about the first two records. Go check out the playlist link down below if you missed those. Mm-hmm. Or if you want to stick around for our top songs and Is It Art, where we talk about the artwork. Yeah, let's get into fucking Holy Ghost. I mean, I guess I'll start it off. Even though Joe should, since he...
I can start off because you probably have better notes than I do.
Maybe. I took shit notes this week.
Well, I took no notes, so your notes are 100% better.
He admitted it. Guys that watch, you're going to miss it all. Go back. He admitted
I had notes somewhere.
No notes.
Whenever we first started talking about
now
this,
they're
I wrote
missing.
notes somewhere.
Yeah, now the notebook's gone.
There were notes to self. There you go. See what
they're hiding.
Yeah.
What if?
Don't forget to remember.
What if ... Joe wrote notes.
That's right. It may be better videos. Y'all might have been like, man, this Joe guy really doesn't hold his weight anytime he's at. No.
That's why we're redoing Led Zeppelin.
Well, among other reasons.
The Led Zeppelin was a lot of fun to do. Actually, I was at a antique mall. This has nothing to do with Modern Baseball, and saw. I thought it was Zeppelin. I saw something in the vinyl section, and I thought it was Zeppelin 1, 2, 3, and 4, like a collection of some sort. And so I was like, "Holy shit!" It was like $15. I was like, I own this, and I opened it up, and it's CDs.
I have a copy of Zeppelin 4 if you want it.
Oh yeah.
Give me your address. I'll ship it to you. I was going to ship it to Greece because there's a Billy Joel record in there I have double of too.
You can keep the Greece can get the Billy Joel. I'll take the Zeppelin.
Well, now I got to ship 2 packages. All right, well, fuck, we're talking Holy Ghost.
That means you got to order another one to get the packaging.
And if anybody wants those 4 CDs, let me know. I can point you in the right direction.
Oh, I thought it was vinyl. Fuck,
no.
Fuck CDs. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, CDs. That'd be like the first version that they were out on CDs. That'd be like the first remaster. So, like that in and of itself is a collector's item. And especially for $15, like,
yeah.
Have you guys seen those mini CDs they're doing? They're like that tiny.
I've got a couple of them, yeah.
The ones you scan into your phone and they play the songs.
Oh no, I've got like an actual 3-inch CD.
No, this is like a new thing where it's like the album art. It would be like Modern Baseball, but it would be like fucking tiny. You could open it up and there's a little fake CD in there. But you scan the back of
weird.
It plays the song on like Apple Music. It's like a physical copy of your digital purchase.
Oh. I don't want that.
It's fucking stupid. I'm sorry. Yeah. You just buy a goddamn record.
Right? Like buy the record at that point. Yeah. Or even the CD. Shit.
Yeah, you get the artwork.
So Holy Ghost. I was working at a pizza place. I was managing a pizza place, and I would have to make dough at night, and in the morning I had to portion dough. And I listened to this album constantly.
Shout out Bouncing Souls.
That's right. Maybe that's why the Gold album is the best album. Go watch our Bouncing Soul stuff to find out if I'm correct. So I love the beginning. I love Holy Ghost. The title song. I think it's great. I know that it is just a kind of short opener intro, but to me, that's one of my favorite things on there. Followed right behind by Wedding Singer. Great 1-2 punch. And then, like the rest of the albums I talked about, I don't believe there's a bad song here. I think they're all great. I really, really enjoy this album front to back. Um, every day, mass, coding these Lucans, breathing in stereo, apple cider, I don't mind. Just another face. Um, there's a lot of great top song contenders running through the whole thing. And I think that their sound on this one, what disappoints me the most on their burnout and their eventual hiatus / breakup is I thought the direction they were going with this, and especially after listening to the EP, was something special. I mean, I thought that they were going to sound like modern baseball, but continue to grow and grow and grow, is what I felt like. And I know there's a side project with one of the guys, Slaughter.
Jake, yeah,
Jake Slaughter.
Jake's still doing music.
Yeah. And it is what it is. It's just it doesn't have the same magic to me as them together.
Bren is the fucking. Me personally, I like Bren's shit better. Like I think he was modern baseball.
And I think Slaughter Dog has some things in it that are reminiscent and do it. They just I don't know, them combined. It was to me it was great.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's Holy Ghost.
All right, Tim.
Okay, so I thought Holy Ghost going into Wedding Singer was a good transition. There's something going on in the mix, though, that sits really funky with me. Like, there's a weird mid-frequency going on, especially when, like, the full band kicks in. That was a little jarring. But I did like the transition. And then when we get to Note to Self, like you guys were talking about like Tears Before Beers being their biggest song, and then Jason had one on You're Gonna Miss It All that he's like, I thought this one would have been it. I think I would have thought Note to Self would have been their biggest song. That one to me sounds like the biggest or the best marriage between what this band sounds like and what the radio would expect from this band. It does take kind of a weird turn towards the end. But yeah, no, I like if I had to have guessed, I would have said that was like probably their big song. And then yeah, I mean there's a lot of like the mix is weird. You get used to it by about this point though, and you can kind of settle in. The band definitely sounds a little more aggressive on this album. I thought Breathing in Stereo was pretty okay. There were some like pretty cool harmonies going on with the vocals. And then Just Another Face, like the bass sounded great on that song. And I'm going to say that was their best album closer. Still can't really decide on an album opener. But as far as closers go, I thought Just Another Face was like really good. And yeah, the bass sounded great on that one. And again, much like the previous albums, like the production on here, like everything sounds pretty good, but there are a couple choices that I probably would have made a little differently. Like, yeah, I'm not sure if about that weird.
There's like a weird echo. Like there's a lot of
yeah,
echo.
there's something going on through a couple of these tracks. But it works, and you get used to it. So I can see why they left it in. Because there is like it does add like a little extra layer of aggression when the full band is like actually like moving. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like like a pretty short discography, so these are hard to rank, and. Much like the last album, I saw more growth here. The songwriting structure, though, like throughout this whole discography, is kind of goofy. There aren't very many choruses. There's not a whole lot of like real melody to like hang on to. It's word salad a lot, and sometimes those are pretty clever and entertaining. But yeah, and even like. Like the guitars are competent, but there's nothing really like jumps out at you like, oh, that's cool, you know. The bass does what you'd expect it to. The drums are competent. Um, even in some places, I would say like the drums are pretty good. Like, but then when I listen to the album, like the mix, like everything sounds really good in the mix, except for a couple weird frequencies here and there. Um, but then when I listen to the arrangement, it's like where they were trying to crowbar lyrics in even more on the second album. It feels like this one they really just kind of adjusted the musical structure so where they didn't have to crowbar anything. And so it feels very disjointed in that regard where like yeah, you know, you're like in the middle of a verse and then all of a sudden the drums kick in. And it's like, well, wait a minute, you know. Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird band for me. I'm like, again, went into it completely blind, and have walked out of it really just like my eyes have been opened because I've been completely ignorant to like everything this represents musically, I think. So, so it's been interesting for sure. And I won't say any more without giving away my ranking. So, um,
All right.
yeah, it's an interesting album.
So this is the first one I heard. It's split into two halves. Normally, I don't like when bands do that type of thing. Kind of like the Saturday night, Sunday mornings of the Counting Crows, where they like try to divide. The A side is all Jake, and the B side is all Bryn.
Interesting. Okay. Okay.
So the album opens. I think this is their best opening in the discography.
Mm-hmm.
This is about his grandfather passing. That's what's weird. Like it's a weird vibe because like the first half is Jake dealing with his grandfather passing, and he ends up with that girl. I can't remember her name. Was it Jennifer? Jen? Their photographer.
Oh yeah.
She they end up like getting serious. They're still married to this day. But then on the B side, you have Bryn's side where he's just collapsing mentally. So it's a weird record. I like how Holy Ghost just kind of flows into Wedding Singer, top song contender. Shout out Tasker Morris Station, Menzingers, you know. The delivery of that is very weaker than sounding, and I fucking love it. Note to self: there'll be no more fucking around today. Drunk and worthless, spewing bullshit all across the stage. It's so good. This is their like burnout record. Like they had been touring consistently after the last one, and you can feel it in the lyrics. Mass is another band on the road missing home song, but it's done really well. Every Day's fine, but the A side kind of starts to dip for me towards the last two songs. Hiding, that would be my low point. It's not bad, it just doesn't shine as well as the rest of it. I do think it's a perfect closing Jake song, I guess. Then you get to B side, Coding. I love how Jake kind of starts the song off, and then it, like Bryn takes over, and it's short and it works really well before Breathing in Stereo. Top song contender. It's another Band on the Road song, only it's Bryn's version. The line, it's the same damn thing every night, planning our future without you, without me at times. That's some dark fucking shit. How he discards it casually. Like, he says that shit and he's just like, but hey, I digress. What was I saying before? That was more important. And then it goes back in like the typical guy missing the girl thing. Like, it just comes out of nowhere. I don't know. Maybe it's just hindsight. But the second disc of this is like such a cry for help. It's fucking crazy. Apple Cider is great. Runs right into What If. I love the chorus vocal melody of the chorus vocal melody. The outro line, seeking out the fraud in me with compassion and honesty. I'll wait is my favorite line. track 11, the closing track, best closing track in the discography. It almost makes the album and discography end on a positive note. But if you have the vinyl, there's one more song, and that's the real closing track, and that's Stranger Rises. This song is the hardest, fastest song in their entire discography. Like, it doesn't even sound like them at times. The closing lines being, "Will they remember my name?" Sean gets to sing some lines as well, which is always a treat. He's a drummer. My favorite line, though, is "Generation Home does coke while I get stoned in my backyard. What a forceful release on my routine Rubicon." That's some good shit. It's sad how this band ended up, like with Bren being all fucked up and shit. But like, God, this was a good album. That second side is some of their best shit they've ever done. That's my notes for Holy Ghost.
Those are good notes.
I took some notes.
I have a top song contender there with Sean singing, because I do love when Sean gets to jump in there.
Yeah, it's going to get nasty on top songs. If you haven't seen our top songs, we don't allow repeats. So if you call it first, the other person just has to pick a different song. Unless it's your number one, and then you can steal it from them. And they got to pick another song. Stick around for that.
It's always a fun time.
Always a fun time. And we talk about the artwork, which, we got some
always a
artwork
drunk
here.
time.
Always a drunk time. All right. Holy Ghost. Joe, you get to guess this one. And you got to guess for Bill, too, because he told me.
I got to guess. I got to guess for Bill?
Yeah, what did Bill say about it?
Man, that's tough. Do I know the mind of Bill? Let's get inside the mind of Bill. Can you hold that little chihuahua up so I can kind of...
I threw him across the damn couch. Hold on a second.
Right? Think like a chihuahua.
We gotta think
like a chihuahua.
I'm going to say that I'm going to say he puts this number 2.
Let me see where he put it. I don't know.
The suspense.
The suspense. Right. Just wait for it. Wait for it.
Bill's lagging.
No, you're incorrect.
Oh, shit.
He put it number 3.
Okay. I couldn't get in the mind of Bill.
You know what? Fuck, that's a lot of work for the editor. But you know what? I'm going to do it. For that, Bill gets a slap.
Right? He's not even here.
And he gets a slap. Bill, how you get slapped? How'd you get fired? You weren't even working that day.
Get back in your chihuahua cage.
Oh, editor me, sober me's going to hate me tomorrow.
Yeah.
Editor me.
Editor me is different than sober me.
That's right.
Or no, that's the same person. Fuck. Drunk me is a different person
than editor. I love trying to get you to edit stuff. That's been one of my favorite things to.
I know, you fucking
and you
asshole.
don't ever do it. Well, maybe you do. I don't know.
What do you want right now? I'll give you anything you want. Fuck me.
Anything I want right now?
Yeah, what do you want?
Let's throw another chihuahua on there. Just put a chihuahua somewhere on the...
I'm going to put him right on your face. Oh, in your hand. Okay.
Yeah. That'd be great.
All right. Anyway.
It might even be if it's the Taco Bell chihuahua from way back in the day, we may get in trouble. So I don't know if we can do that.
I think that's who I fucking used.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so.
No, clearly you can't tell a difference.
I had to stretch his ass out, though, to make him fit the page.
Taco Bell legal, that is surely not Pepe or whatever his name was.
We're going to do a fucking Taco Bell. We're going to do a chihuahua comparison on the fucking screen. I'll show you.
That's what we're talking about, editor. You.
God, I'm going to hate myself tomorrow. What the fuck's... Where did you place it, Joe?
I placed it number 1.
Well, that was an easy guess for you.
Yeah. That's why I said Bill probably did it number 2 because surely we weren't going to be
You
the
had
same.
too much faith in Bill.
Yeah.
Where do you think Tim put it?
That's a great question. Probably number 3.
That would be incorrect.
Oh.
Ooh, just first album bias kick in?
Maybe it's number 2. With your mixing, you're in your musical ear. I couldn't imagine you putting it number 1 since you had so much problem with the mixing.
Besides the mixing, that's what kept it interesting. So it is my number 1.
Well, I'll be damned.
And yeah, it's a little more refined than the first album.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where did you put it, Jason?
Well, it's your turn to guess now, isn't it?
Oh, am I guessing everybody's?
That's how it works.
I'm getting you number 1 also.
You would be correct.
Hey, I got 1.
Damn,
1 out of 3.
Look at Bill. Man, that's another slap right there.
But did he provide a color code?
Yes, he did.
Oh, look at Bill. Man, Bill's on top of things.
He's going to redeem himself with his color code.
Did y'all put my color code up for Alkaline Trio? Or my records up for Alkaline Trio?
No.
Oh, I didn't give you them because I didn't know it. I gave you top song.
No, you did it because I didn't give them to you.
Those videos came out in fucking October. You ain't watched them yet? You would have known the answer to that question. Even our special guests don't watch our show.
That's right.
All right. Well, Bill's color code.
Thanks for your vote of confidence, Joe.
Yeah.
I think y'all are doing such a great job. You don't need me to watch everything you do.
We need you to tell your friends, tell your grandparents, tell your mama, tell your nieces and nephews, tell your pets, tell their college roommates to like, subscribe, click the bell, leave comments. Taylor Swift.
See, obviously, we need the viewers' help. We're like PBS. We need viewers like you to help us. Because even our own special guests don't fucking watch our show. So help us out, please.
Look, your special guest's too busy looking at things from the 90s. Y'all go watch the 90s stuff and say,
we have
Joe
to do that too. And listen to
choices.
fucking Creed in the meantime. So
that's why I don't watch it. I don't want to have to hear Creed.
All right.
Oh, but they're good episodes. We've got plenty of great observations about those albums.
It's very, very good. Go check out our Creed series.
Yeah.
All right. Bill gave them all green, though, so.
Hey.
Okay. Yeah. Bill was impressed with
maybe unslap one time there, Bill.
I can't do an unslap. Once a slap has happened, it stands.
Slap to the left.
That's right.
All right. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna say they're all green. There's nothing bad here. If you like one of them, you're gonna like them all. There's no Ramones Gold here, which if we ever redid the Wonder Years.
Oh yeah.
See, why does shit fucking do that bullshit?
Jason, why you're cheating? You can't just pick Holy Ghost for all 3 of yours.
It was
I'm the same way with you. All green across the board. I think they're all. If you like one of them, you're going to like all of them.
But if you don't like one of them,
which you guys both said it, so I'll take the opposite side. I'm not going to say any of them are red though. I'm going to go straight yellow across. Check out top songs coming out next. And if you like 1 or 2 of those, you're going to love all of these.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And if not, well, proceed with caution.
that's a good point.
I think that's a very fair assessment.
Yeah, they're not for everybody. They're not. Technically, they're not.
And I'm still trying to figure out who they're for.
Well, 2 out of 3 of us. 3 out of 4 of us.
Bill. Bill, this is like his generation, his age. He probably, if he would have known this band back in 2016, he would have been all over it.
I knew him in 2016, and I was all over it. So
I didn't start liking him until about 2-3 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's probably because you and I pretty much shared. I listened to Wonder Years finally, and I will tell you, I think Wonder Years is a better band than Modern Baseball.
I do too. Yeah, Soupy's actually in the document. Did you watch that documentary I sent?
No.
Soupy's in there talking about modern baseball, and he's like, "Jesus Christ, this is your first record. You're writing songs like this. This is insane." Which I think Soupy's a better songwriter, but again, modern baseball's gone, so we don't know.
Yeah,
they could have been something. Anyway, stick around. Top songs is next. Then we're gonna talk Is It Art? Next week, 1996 album of the decade series. It's a good one.
I'm excited.
Go catch up on those. You get our background. You'll understand why Joe and I would like this band, and Tim's like, I don't know about this band. You see our background, what we listened to when we were young. So,
and you get to see more of me.
Yeah, because you got to come back for
always
the weekends.
Cause for celebration.
That's right.
And the front bottoms. You got to come back for the front bottoms.
Yeah, now we got to get Tim to listen to front bottom and see where his comparison here.
I'll stand by this discography over the front bottoms.
Yeah.
Now, I won't stand it. There's certain front bottoms albums that are better, but
I agree. I think the front bottoms are way more inconsistent.
Yeah, they're very inconsistent. They're still going. So, all right. As always, be safe and what, Tim?
Listen to Napalm Death.
That too. That'll work, I guess.
Maybe.
Nobody else.
And then you go a little woo, and then a little whoop, 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 and then it's all, and then you're ready to go again.